Joe Brown. I play keys.
I'm Mr. Chark. I play lead guitar.
I'm Benny and I sing.
I'm Mike. I play bass.
That's Chris. He plays drums. Leave him be.
He's sleeping. Don't wake him up. I don't want to talk to him.
Alright. Do you have any new music in the works? If so, where can everyone find it?
Well,
You can't find it yet
yeah,
because
we haven't.
It's so new.
We're pretty new to it.
We're
ourselves.
new to it.
I'm new.
Yeah. Joe's new to it.
It's all new.
But we have.
but it's in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bunch in the works.
And we also have something that's not as new to us, but is the newest to everybody else.
It might be new to you.
Right. Which is the Pits, and that is available online and at our merch table. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
iTunes.
Yes, iTunes.
What's your favorite song to perform live?
I'm Still Amazed is my favorite one.
I think that's most of our favorites.
Yeah.
It's really loud and fun, and it's the first song that we play usually, so we're all excited and full of energy still.
Yeah, I like playing Sideshow Tent the most because I like to be different than everyone else.
I hate playing that one. I'm so sleepy. By
I
the end
love
of it,
playing
suddenly
that
I want
one.
to take a nap.
I like playing that one.
I do like a whistle thing in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Jordan likes that one a lot.
Okay.
Craziest after party you've ever been to?
This
Oh,
one.
I don't think we can talk about that.
What are you thinking of?
Two actually.
Which ones?
I can't talk about them.
Well,
right
just
now.
give me whisper it to me.
give me a hint.
One was in San Francisco.
That wasn't after a show.
Oh, you're right. Well, that was a party.
Which one are you? Oh, was that
Yeah.
with the?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, are we thinking of the same thing?
Yeah.
Definitely are.
Give me one more piece of information about it.
Big
Corey
cat
was
was
there.
back.
Okay, Corey was there.
Well, we can do one on this tour.
Which one?
Were there any crazy after parties?
The one.
There was that
the
one
hotel.
party
hallway.
where Chuck got his teeth knocked out, but that wasn't an after party.
Yeah, that wasn't after a show.
Well, there was the hotel.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, we can't talk about that.
Well, we played a house party. That's kind of like all in one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't particularly crazy.
Yeah.
If
It was
it's
fun.
If it's
It was a
crazy
really
enough
good
that
show.
we can talk about it to each other, we can't talk about it to anybody else.
Yes.
You'll just have to find out for yourself.
You're just gonna have
Oh.
to make an after party.
Yeah.
Most awkward date you've ever been on?
Awkward date?
Yes.
Oh, I've got a good one.
Okay, go.
I feel like
I'm sure you should.
You should go.
Joel, which date were you thinking of? Oh, yeah.
I have one in mind
He's got
for
a
him.
great one. A
Are
great.
you thinking of the same one as me?
I'm sure. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm thinking of the same one.
What are you thinking of?
I was thinking one time I thought I was on a date, but it wasn't. So that's pretty awkward because it's not really a date. But what were you thinking of
For you or for me?
for me?
I was thinking of the first date where you totaled the girl's car.
Oh, see, I was thinking of the same girl, but at a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my date was like really awkward, but it's not as funny.
My
story.
awkward dates usually just end up with the police and me being really embarrassed.
I don't feel like I've ever really been on an awkward date. To be honest.
Look at me.
I'm so different.
Well, I told you I like to be different.
What about was it at all awkward when you were dating my girlfriend?
No, because I didn't know she was your girlfriend.
It was kind of awkward on this end,
Yeah, not over
but
here.
I didn't know at the time.
Okay. Mike?
Can't think of any.
Chris?
I'm sure Chris has.
Chris
like,
is probably full of
so yeah, I know,
great
but
stories.
he's useless. Can anybody think of any for Chris?
The
Yeah,
one
but
recently,
it's definitely not appropriate.
yeah,
Okay.
the one where we were trying to figure out if it was or it wasn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither.
Oh yeah,
Which
that
one?
is not a date.
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, that's not a date story. There was he had that awkward moment where he claims that the Cat in the Hat doll that he'd been sleeping
Oh.
with caught him sleeping with the Grinch doll.
No, they caught him sleeping with the Snow Woman. So Chris kind of had a thing going a while back where he was had carnal relations with the Cat in the Hat doll, the Grinch doll, and at one point a snow woman. And they all found out. I don't know if it was on a date or not, but they all found out. And the Cat in the Hat doll and the Grinch doll were put away in the attic. He hasn't seen them since. And the snow woman actually melted.
I have
and
an
died.
awkward date for Mike that we also can't talk about.
Spoon?
No, but okay, yeah, that's awkward too. I was thinking about.
These are just awkward times.
Yeah, but
That
I
was
think.
a date.
Is it date?
But I like to
It
think
was
that
for me.
the thing that I'm thinking of right now, if we called it a date, would make it really funny.
Oh my god!
Was it the shit palace?
No,
No.
we'll talk about it later. We
Alright.
can't talk about it now.
Alright.
Next question. No.
Okay.
I can't believe you.
Worst holiday present you've ever received, and also worst holiday present you've ever given.
The worst one I've ever received or given?
Yes. Both.
Worst present, you said?
I gave my girlfriend last year nothing.
My dead grandmother one time gave me like this photo album with like 3 pages in it. I think the rest have been ripped out. And they were like panoramic size. No, she was alive then. They were like panoramic size picture holders, but I didn't have a panoramic camera. It was back before digital. I didn't even have a camera at the time. I don't know.
Can't remember. I'm trying
Also,
thinking
the
of a
year
bad
before
present I got.
that, she gave me 2 French dictionaries and
Does sound
gave
awful.
me a 2-volume history of Quebec in French. I don't speak French.
That's what the dictionaries were for.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
get the same promise of a gift that's bad every year from my one aunt. Every year I see her, she always says, I really want to get you a ticket to go see Stomp, or Bring in the Noise, Bring in the Funk, just let me know when you're free. And I say, okay, and then sure enough, a year later, on my birthday or Christmas, she'll say the same thing, and I'll be like, okay, we'll go. So I guess that's kind of a gift, I just never got it yet.
For the past couple of years, I've been buying my brother pieces of
These are supposed to be bad gifts.
medieval armor. Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
This is just a side note.
Okay.
Because this is actually an awesome gift. But last year I got him gauntlets, like big, knight gauntlets, and this year, hopefully this, doesn't leak until after Christmas. But I got him a huge knight helmet, and so I'm gonna just be slowly getting him a full suit of armor over the next maybe 10, 12 years.
Don't give it away.
Well,
I think he's probably gonna catch
I think
on.
he's I mean.
It's a very,
Human
very
beings
specific pattern.
are pretty pattern seeking,
Yeah.
so he'll probably go, alright, last year gauntlets, this year helmet, I don't see this stopping. It's always going to be a
The
surprise.
year
What do
before,
I
you've
get?
given him a sword before too.
Yeah, I've given him a sword. So that's an awesome gift. That's the opposite of what you asked.
Favorite place to perform?
Last whale.
If Chris was awake
Like,
right now,
place
he'd say
as
chain
in-
reaction.
Yeah, place as in
Venue or
city,
state?
state, or venue.
Both.
Rocco's.
Rocco's. Yeah, let's just say Rocco's, except that I hate Rocco's.
I love it.
Well, I actually like Rocco's now, but I hated Rocco's.
Yeah, Rocco's in Manchester, New Hampshire, because it's good.
What would you like to see changed in the music industry?
Oh,
shit.
like
That
literally
is like a
everything.
huge question.
Literally
It's like
everything. Have you heard of any other band besides us? Because I would like all of those bands to stop. Anyone else have anything to say?
It's just too big, too broad.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh.
Maybe we'll get back to that eventually, but
It'll
that's
change.
a real big.
It will change. Fads will end.
And already,
Skrillex will cut his hair shorter.
everybody's trying to figure out how to adjust still to all the changes, and then things are going to keep changing, so everything's going to be different eventually. We're
Yeah,
just in a shitty middle child.
Everything is gonna
Section.
suck always.
probably.
It might from
The
here
next
on out.
fad that replaces this one is gonna be even worse.
I cannot imagine that being true.
It's just gonna get worse and worse.
At least like right now, there's like I like this new like back to like '90s pop punk thing that's happening more
I
than.
don't.
I'd like to say that I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
definitely
but I
hate it.
like it a lot more than what was going on before it.
I think they're very comparable.
I don't. I'm just way too sick of breakdowns.
The mix of just metal and singing and dance. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that that's accepted. Like, we used to watch like that Attack Attack video or something as a joke, and now they're just huge.
I feel like people don't take writing music seriously. They maybe they take their band seriously, but like the writing process, people just aren't interested in it, so they just write whatever they've already heard, and it's just
Stupid.
it's just this, it's been done before, and it's like people
Yeah.
don't take enough responsibility for creating new stuff.
Right. Instead of like creating what they want, they just like mimic or like try and get ideas from
Yeah,
other
they're
things.
like, oh, I like
and,
the CD. Let's make that, but like with our own lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
Which aren't good.
Sometimes.
Never. Okay.
Those are a few things.
That's the dark side of our band. Except for the things that we couldn't tell you earlier.
How did the band name come about?
Wikipedia. Wikipedia is what named the band.
Maybe you'd like to explain that.
Yeah, you could elaborate
Oh.
quickly.
Pluto had been recently declassified, and Venetia Fair is the name of the little girl that named Pluto when it became a planet, and she's dead now. But she wasn't dead when we named our band after her. But
She's dead now.
Dead. Also, we changed the spelling of fair, so people don't really ever find out that that's what the name came from. They think it's somehow related to a fair, but it has nothing to do with the fair at all. It's just somebody's name.
That's it.
Last question. Do you believe in the sex, drugs, and rock and roll persona?
We don't really do drugs that much.
Interesting question.
I don't do any drugs.
I like the sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing as a novelty for bands in the 80s. But as far as bands taking that and applying it to now, I think it's pretty stupid.
Bands also like now have to be a lot more independent in a lot of ways. Most bands, not all of them, obviously. But the bands that decide to do the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing before their Motley Crue status are probably just not running their band effectively and are probably just acting like idiots.
Yeah, and we do stupid things and have fun and like stuff like that, but I would never be like, yeah, we're a rock band and we're like gonna go hang out with these chicks.
Yeah, like sometimes being in a band is boring and you have to just sit in a circle at a Panera and email 300 people.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality of it. We're not Motley Crue, so we don't have people that just handle everything for us. So if we were only doing a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and rolling, then nothing would get done, and we wouldn't be able to be a band at all.
I feel like we're more rock and roll than sex or drugs.
Except for me, I do a lot of drugs.
I'm more rock and roll than he is.
Chris.
You might say that I am a drug fiend. In fact, you better hide all your valuables because I will be trying to be stealing them and selling them for drug money later.
Yeah, once his high wears off, he's gonna be jonesing for.
He's gonna want to go to the,
Oh, he's gonna want.
Silent Hill. Go to
No.
Silent
No,
Hill.
not that.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you want to get your library card out and go to the library.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
That being said, we do a lot of really stupid things, though.
But
Yeah.
and we
Rock
also
and roll,
don't
though.
we also don't do drugs.
Yeah, we don't really do
Just to
drugs.
clarify, none of us do drugs.
I think that's it.
Cool.
Sweet.